Jethro, you got to say hey to everybody. Come on now. Show them who you are. Show them your face, Jethro. Where you at? There he is. Everybody give it up for Jethro. Jethro got married. Jethro bought a house. Jethro's about to go get him a car. Okay, he's got a beautiful bride. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Hey, let's kick it off today the way that we always do. It starts with you. This whole call is about you. So let me hear what's a win you've had this week. What's something that you're grateful for this week? You lay it on us. What do we got this morning? Come on.
So, Dusty, I'll start on a personal note. I ran and completed my first half marathon in my marathon training over the weekend. It was miserable. I almost died. Dylan, thanks for the shout out. South Florida is real hot this time of year, let me tell you, even at 6:30 in the morning.
Bro, hey, what an incredible accomplishment. I'll tell you what I love about that, man, is Anthony ran that like nobody, hey, everybody hear me. Nobody was watching. There was no award at the end. Like he's just training. He's getting up every day. He's going after it. What a huge testimony of what we talk about on this call each and every single week, right? If you want to win, you got to do the work. Okay. If you don't hear anything else today, if you want to win, you got to do the work. Congratulations, man. 13.1 is no joke, brother. Okay. Hey, I'm going to hit my 3.1 this afternoon for the first time. Okay. I'm just going to flip those numbers. I'm just proud that I'm running on purpose, Janet. Okay. So proud of myself. All right. What else you got? Dylan, give it to us. What do you got this morning, buddy?
Yes, sir. So this past couple months been super busy and finally hit Elite Agent, I believe last week or the week before. So super excited about that.
Bro, congratulations. Y'all give it up for Dylan over there. Woo! Sure. That's closing some real estate, Dylan. Congratulations, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Who else we got? Come on, Big D. Talk to us.
What's up, man? Four on the contract this weekend. 1, 2 listing appointments. Have 2 closings today. So it's a great weekend. Great day.
Hello. Come on now. Out there in South Carolina. Just so y'all know, it's hot out there too. It's a whole different kind of hot, South Carolina. Woo! Anybody else this morning? What do you got? What's a win? What's something you're thankful for? Let's hear from you.
All right, I'll jump in since it's a little quiet for a second. You gave me an opening. I'm on the road here, but hey, so I just moved my daughter into her college dorm for her junior year, and she actually decided to leave Orlando and come back to Gainesville and go to the University of Florida. So that was a big win for us this weekend.
Yes, sir. Come on, Gators. Come on now. I love it. Anybody else today?
No, I know. I'm so ready.
Anybody? I'm giving you a shot. Come on now. This is it. Okay. All right. You ready to dig in? All right. Hey, this week's call is all about making sure that we understand the obstacles that are in front of you. How many of you have a few obstacles? Okay. This game has changed. Yes, we got a lot of moving parts right now, especially if you're in the real estate industry. A lot of moving parts, and there are obstacles each and every single day when we get up, and I'm coaching you today on how we take care of those obstacles and what that looks like, okay? First and foremost, here's the first thing I want to tell you. You will never move past an obstacle physically until you move past that obstacle mentally. You tracking with me on this? Okay? Like every movement we make starts in our mind. And that's the starting point for all of it. So as you have, how many of you know for a fact that a ton of the obstacles you have live right here? Anybody? Okay. It's not the market. It's not people. It's not circumstances. It's the way that we think. And I've coached you on this a lot, but I'm going to say it again. You are where you are because of how you think. If you want to change where you are, then you have to start by changing the way that you think. All right. Last week, we leaned in and we talked about some I am statements, right? For us to really, really claim our identity and who we are. Identity is how you think about you. Identity is how you think about others. It's how you think about obstacles. Okay? You tracking with me on this? Here's what I can promise you. Everybody write it down. in every single obstacle, every one of them, there is opportunity. Okay. In every single obstacle facing you today, whether it be in your life, whether it be in your relationships or your marriage, whether it be with your kids, whether it be in your health, all right, whether it be in something in your business, I guarantee you right smack dab in the middle of that is opportunity, but we won't find that opportunity if we don't look for it and change the way that we think. Okay, you guys with me on this? So here's what I want to coach you to first. I want to coach you how to be able to be the owner of your own mind. All right. My buddy Damian Burris has an incredible, actually has an entire company based off of what he calls the 8-inch world. Okay. And that 8-inch world is what every one of us have when we get up every day. We live inside of this 8-inch world, and how we operate within that 8-inch world is how we're going to build the world that's out in front of us. Okay, you with me? All right. So how many of you, an obstacle you have is negative thoughts that creep into your mind? Okay. Like, it's not like you ask for them. Okay. For instance, thoughts of fear or anxiousness or worry. I just want to tell all of you that all of those things are everybody write this down, normal. Okay. All right. They're normal. Anxiety is going to hit all of us. I'm going to have anxious thoughts. Fear is going to hit all of us. I'm going to have fearful thoughts. All right. Here's what I want to coach you to do first. All right. I want to coach you. I want to coach you to hold the thought captive. All right. To take that thought that you're having and just acknowledge it. All right. Like, you don't have to be like, no, I don't want to think that. I don't want to think that. Like, you're already thinking it. By saying I don't want to think it doesn't take the thought away. What takes the thought away is grabbing the thought, holding it captive. Literally, here's what I would coach you to do. I would coach you to write it down and then reframe it in a way that's actually going to serve you. Okay, you with me on this? So I want you right now on the call today, I want you to think of something already in your mind that maybe you're thinking negatively on. Maybe you've just really been struggling with. Okay, like case in point, my buddy Anthony Adoricio, I guarantee you running 13.1 miles, that dude had negative thoughts running through his mind. Okay. The last 2.5 miles, he's having leg cramps. He's having some negative thoughts run through his mind. So last week I coached you on, in those moments, begin to say I am statements and claim your identity. Today I want to coach you on grabbing that moment and taking the obstacle or the negativity and turning it into something that's actually going to work for you. So did everybody just write down a negative thought you have right now? Okay. Or you've had maybe this morning, or maybe you've had for the last month. Okay. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take that thought and I want you to reframe it in a way that works for you. It's the first way that we work through an obstacle. And then I'm going to give you a model today to work through every obstacle you have. Okay. I want to tell you why we're doing this. Okay. So I have a frame, and that frame, and some of you have heard this before, back when COVID hit, y'all remember COVID? Anybody remember that? I didn't know if y'all remember that or not, but back when COVID hit, we couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do anything. And my bride loves to shop. Okay. Loves, Allie, Tiffany, she loves to shop. And the sister couldn't go shopping. And so when the world started to open back up, mama went shopping. Okay. And she came home first day of shopping. She had been everywhere you possibly imagine. I mean, it was just bag after bag after bag. And she started opening up all the stuff. And then she opened one up from Hobby Lobby and she said, "Hey, I got you some today." And I was like, "We're shopping for you and got me something." And she had gotten me a frame, and the frame, okay, said, "Behind every great kid is a great dad." Come on now. That's what mama got me. It wasn't our anniversary or my birthday. She just said, "I thought of you. I love you. I wanted you to have this." Okay. If you guys don't know me well, you and those of you who do know that I believe being a dad is one of the greatest callings on the planet, man. Like, I love getting to dad. Right. So this was super cool that she got this for me. So I took it. I was busy that day. I took it upstairs. I put it on my desk. And I just kept doing what I was doing, coaching and everything. And this is a very sad story, okay? A year later, I was preparing for being able to go out on the road and coach, and I was talking about framing and reframing, which is what we're talking about today, right? Taking a thought that's framed in your mind and then reframing it, holding it captive, changing it to work for us. And I looked at that frame that my bride had got me that said, behind every great kid is a great dad. And I looked in the frame and it was not my kids in the picture. Okay. Okay. You tracking with me? Y'all ever gone and bought a frame and it has like the little fake family in it? You know, the actors, they're not real. They're just really pretty people and they put them in a frame. Those were the kids. And I immediately went downstairs and I was like, Mom, we got to change these out. Like, these ain't even my kids. Okay. I got so busy, I never changed the frame. Okay. So now I'm happy to report that my kids now are in the frame and we update it every year because my son is literally growing at a level that I didn't even know was humanly possible. Okay. Here's my point. All right. I think a lot of you on this call today haven't taken a look at your frame. I think a lot of you on this call today have a picture in there that's not even reality, but you're running off of it. You tracking with me? So what I'm coaching you to do, first part of the call this morning, is this. You get to pick the frame. You get to choose that. If you don't like your frame, get a different one. All right? And you also get to choose the picture that goes in it. You define that. Nobody else. The market doesn't define your frame. Okay? Other people, everybody hear me. Other people do not define your frame. Many of you may have been given a bad hand that you didn't have anything to do with. I want you to know that bad hand does not define you. What you do with that hand is what defines you. How you take that frame and that picture and you reframe it. Are you guys tracking with me on this? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take whatever thought you just wrote down and I want you to reframe it in a statement that actually works for you. Okay? So go ahead, take what you wrote down. I want you to reframe it and make it a statement that actually works for you. Because then I know you're going to leave this call thinking differently than you came on this call. All right? And I want to hear from maybe 2 or 3 of you. What I want you to do is just read what your negative thought is. Be real honest in it. Read it. And then read how you reframed it. Okay? Let's hear from a couple of you. What do you got? Read your negative thought and then read how you reframed it. Don't be nervous. Come on now. Who wants to go?
I'll go.
Come on.
My negative thought is I am not where I should be, meaning I'm not far enough.
Yeah.
Feel very behind.
Okay.
My reframing is I am exactly where I need to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. So
I
I can
thi-
ask for help.
Janet, I think it does make sense. So how many of you have, first of all, can y'all help Janet here? How many of you feel the same way that Janet feels right now? There we go. Come on now. And everybody said, right? Amen. Yes, that's me, right? All of us, I think, would say, hey, I'm not where I desire to be. But we can reframe it, Janet, and say, actually, I'm right where I should be. And I'm going to do everything it takes to get to where I can be. I think that's what you add to it, right? I'm right where I should be today, right? I don't need to beat myself up for my lack or beat myself up that I'm not over here. Here's what I can tell you, Janet, because I know you really, really well, and we've walked deep together for a long time. You are way further along than you were a year ago. You are way further along. Hey, think about, Janet, think about 5 years ago. 10 years ago. You guys with me? We get so caught up in where we think we should be that we don't even acknowledge where we are. What I would coach you to do, Janet, is look at the fruit today. Like spend some time today on the fruit of where you are and then go, hey, I do have incredible fruit and I'm about to go create some more. Does that help? Come on. Anthony, what do you got, buddy?
So I actually, Janet, thank you for sharing. I actually posted something like this as a reel this morning, and anybody who makes calls consistently can probably relate. But I got like chewed out and called the lowest scum of the earth today by by a expired listing, and it just got me thinking. The reframe. So the negative thought is obviously like. I think a lot of agents, if you're a real estate agent, you feel like you're bothering people, you feel like you're an inconvenience, all that kind of stuff. The way that I reframed it and I put it into the reel was that I think realtors are incredible people. We're typically very connected people with the community. So I choose to focus on the positive of the value that I'm taking out there and putting into the world. So I will, I reframe that conversation or that getting yelled at and that those negative thoughts that quickly come into, hey, the next person that I connect with is going to need some sort of solution to a problem. And that's what keeps me kind of going.
I love that. And Anthony, I love what you did there is you took it for what it was, right? Hey, like hey, and we don't even know what's going on in their world today. Like, hey, they could have had an awful morning, right? We have no idea. You tracking with me on this? No clue. And so rather than take it personal, we go, hey, thank you so much for taking the time and the call with me. I appreciate it. If I can ever serve you, let me know. And what do? We do what's next. You take the next step. It's one of the biggest things I'm about to coach you on. Like, you just take the next right step. And the next right step is I pick up the phone and I call the next one, right? Coach JB, let's hear from you.
Great rising, everyone. My negative thought was I'm not ready for my business to go to the next level. I'm stuck.
Ooh, come on now. How'd you reframe it, brother?
I am ready to go to the next level of my business, and I'm going to have my best year ever.
There we go. There we go. I look right. He went right into an I am statement, right? We just take the not word out and now we start to get somewhere, right? Here's what I can tell you. Every single one of you, it still all comes down to our identity, and our identity comes down to the way that I think, right? So when those negative thoughts hit you this week, here's what I want you to do with them. I want you to write them down, like put them down, okay? And then reframe every one of them, because I guarantee you the way that we speak changes things, okay? So know that when I put it out, I'm going to get it back, okay? I talked to you about it last week. If I keep talking about how tired I am, I'm going to get real tired. If I keep talking about the failure that I think I am, I'm going to have more failure. Coach, what do you got? JB, what do you got?
Somebody just asked in the chat, he said, why is his name front? Because I am a coach. Yes. So whatever you are, whatever you think, that's who you are.
That's right. Hey, you guys with me on that?
Yeah. So I answered this question. Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you for asking.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Are you with me? Like we've got to claim it. So here's what I want to coach you on. Okay, I'm going to give you a model today and how you can tackle every single obstacle you have, whether that be an obstacle in your mind, whether it be a physical obstacle, like Anthony had a physical obstacle, right? He's cramping in his legs. That's a physical thing that's happening that's going to cause him to think differently. Maybe it's something in your business, all right? You may be staring at something today in your business going, I don't even know what to do here. Awesome. I'm about to tell you what to do, okay? All right, I want you to write this acronym down, OPEN, O-P-E-N. Let me tell you how we get past an obstacle. We got to open it up. You tracking with me on this? Stop trying to shove it to the side or go, hey, I'll deal with that later, okay? Or I don't know what to do with it, so I'm just going to pretend it's not there. Anybody ever do that? Anybody ever get into your little pretend frame? Like you don't have a problem? Okay, can I tell you something? You got a problem. And the biggest problem is you're pretending you don't have a problem. Okay? Your frame's about to turn into multiple frames. All right? So I want to coach you how to get through this. Here's the first thing we do. Here's what the O means. All right? It means observe the obstacle. Okay? Here's what I mean by that. Like, instead of pushing it away, I want you to dig into it. I want you to lean in and go, okay, let's be specific. Let's get really real about what the obstacle is. Let's not sugarcoat it or pretend. I'm going to lay it all out open on the table. Here's the obstacle. Okay. Be brutally honest right here. Because let me tell you that the starting point is here. If you are not brutally honest on opening up the obstacle and observing the obstacle, you will not get past the obstacle. Okay. So I'm talking like unbridled, unfearful, just lay it out on the table. And if I were you, I'd lay it out with somebody who can help me. Okay. Don't just do this yourself. You're not, everybody, listen, we're not supposed to do these things by ourselves. Okay. Lay it out in the open and ask for help. Go to somebody who you've seen already work through the same type of obstacle and ask for help. Okay, so that's number one. You got to observe the obstacle and get really, really real with it. The next is possibilities. Okay, once you observe it, you get really honest, lay it all out on the table. Instead of looking at it like, oh my gosh, there's just nothing I can do about this. You take the opposite mindset and you go, all right, what am I going to do about this? What's my plan? Okay, so I want you to write this down. Possibilities, processes, plans. That's the P. The reason we don't get past obstacles is you and I don't ever create a plan to get past the obstacle. We don't think about the possibilities. What did I say earlier? Behind every obstacle and in every obstacle is opportunity. You and I just got to go find it. Okay. If you're struggling finding the possibilities, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Get on a call with me. Get on a call with somebody else on this screen. Put your hand up and go, hey, I'm in the middle of a problem and I don't know what to do about it, and get some people around you to help with the possibilities. Okay. All right. But here's what I'll tell you about possibilities. You have to believe that they are possible or it's irrelevant. Okay. Now, I can promise you the reason we don't like to look at possibilities is they are typically not easy. You with me? Okay. So on the E, I want you to know, stop looking for easy and start looking to execute. That's the E. You with me? The E is, I want you to write these words down. Execute. Okay. Evaluate the advantages that are in the middle of the opportunities, in the middle of the obstacles. You with me on this? Okay. So right here is where you dig in and you examine those possibilities. You examine where you're at. And then you take that plan and you execute on the plan so that you can take advantage of the obstacle that's in front of you. All right. Whatever it is today that you're dealing with, I promise you, if you'll go through this process with it, I promise you, you will get to the other side of it. Okay. So you execute and you examine and stop looking for easy. All right. The reason that you haven't gotten to the other side of this obstacle yet is because you're trying to find an easy route out of it. How many of you, come on, be honest. How many of you looking for easy? Okay. Right? No one comes to me as a coach and says, Coach, I would like for you to make this as difficult as possible for me. Nobody has ever said that to me on a coaching call. Not one single time has anybody asked for the pain, okay? They've all showed up and said, hey, what's the easiest, most efficient way for me to get around this? And my answer is typically, I don't have easy and efficient, all right? Right? Like there are some things that we can be more efficient, more effective at. But I'm telling you, like, I want you to stop looking for easy and start looking for effective and start looking for efficient. That's how we're going to get to the other side of the obstacle. You with me? I got a lot of E's for you today. All right. I'll give you one more E, energy. You want to get past an obstacle? Let me tell you the number one thing it takes energy. You better get up. You better show up. Okay. You better suit up and you better go to work. And it's not going to be easy. And the N is exactly that. Here's the N. The N's very simple. Next step. Next step. Okay. The problem we have with obstacles is we think we got to get to the end of the obstacle like tomorrow. And I just want you to know that's not the way it works. All right. The way you get to the end of the obstacle is you identify the next step. You with me? The next step. I wasn't on Anthony Adorisio's run with him, but can I tell you how he accomplished it? I can tell you without question how he accomplished it. He literally took the next step. That's it. I got an uncle who's borderline insane, and I'm okay if he hears that here on Facebook. He runs 100-mile races. Okay, his brother runs 100 miles on purpose at one time. And I said to him one time, I literally said, man, I just can't do that. And he was like, you're exactly right. And then he caught me and he said, you can't because you said that you can't. And I said, well, how do you do it, dude? How do you run on purpose for 100 miles? You guys don't know Uncle Mike, but here's what Uncle Mike said and what he would say to you. He would say, it's real easy, baby. You just put one foot in front of the other. That's what he said. That was his answer, right? What did he say? He said, I just focus on what? The next step. Okay? At mile 10, you don't think about mile 99. You think about the next step. You with me? Here's what I want you to do as you get off the call today. I want you to identify your next step. Whatever the next step is in accomplishing the obstacle that's in front of you. Can I tell you what I do on coaching calls every week? I just help people figure out the next step. That's it. And what's our next step we're going to take today that's going to take me in the direction I want to go and help me move past the obstacle? Or like Janet said, she said, I'm not where I should be today. Okay, well, let's identify the next step. Let's identify the task at hand. What can I do right now that's going to move me forward? Does this help you today? Okay, take this open model, open up every obstacle in front of you, and I guarantee you can get to the other side of it. Let's hear 3 ahas from you before we jump off today. Come on, what do you got? What do you got?
I'll go. I'll just say that one of the things I've heard you talk about this in the past. I've read different things in the past, and one of the things I've picked up on a few years ago is that the more you intentionally, cognitively put yourself through these steps in the middle of an obstacle, the sooner you can catch yourself when obstacles come, when adversity comes. That you see the advantages, you see the opportunity to grow on the other side of it. And so I think that that for me has been a big thing for me to be able to recognize it sooner and sooner that this is not an obstacle, it's an opportunity.
Yeah, come on, Felicia. Well said. Somebody else say, what'd you learn?
Yeah, I'll jump in. So I think the one thing that I'm hearing very loud right now is slow down. So it's like when you have obstacles, we can tend to be somewhat reactive, to it in the moment. And I think sometimes rather than being reactive in the moment, whether we respond positively or with energy or with sadness or whatever it hits us, whatever emotion hits us, we need to slow down, go through the steps and say, okay, let me evaluate where I'm at, understand why I'm here. What can the possibilities be in this obstacle? Come up with a plan, execute the plan. Slow down and just take the time to evaluate rather than being initially very reactive.
That's right. Yeah, Craig, hey, how many of you have the illness of you just keep moving so fast? Right? Hey, speed is not always the answer. All right? Like just slow down. Okay? I tell my son this all the time. I'm like, bro, just take 1 minute. Like, just take 1 minute. Slow down. Okay? Aziz! Come on, bro. I'm so grateful to see you on the call today. What do you got today, brother? Close us out.
Man, it's good to see you as well. First aha is just being on this call. It's needed and necessary as far as the community that's here and just the open minds. Biggest aha for me today was observe the obstacle. And what that does is it cuts out the symptoms. We're really just getting to the brass tacks of what's going on, what the issue is, and not trying to chase all the other tentacles that may be in front of us.
That's right, brother. I love that, man. Well said. Yeah, all the other tenant. Let's observe the obstacle. Okay. Hey, don't run from it today. All right. I love you. Bless you. Lean into the obstacles this week. Open them up. All right. examine them, and let's find our next step. Okay. I love you guys. Bless you. We'll see you next week. Thank you for being on. Go tell everybody you know. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.